Welcome to game night tonight for tonight's game playthrough of Dice Forge. As always, I am Brady Anderson, and this is Lancelot.
Sir Lancelot, please.
Okay, Sir Lancelot it is. So Sir Lancelot here is coming into the gods' arena as you are competing against me for the gods and their favor in this arena here. We have out here, what?
God.
No, this is the arena for the gods. You're in the wrong arena if you're just fighting for God.
Blasphemy.
You see the arena out here. There's heroic feats that we're going to be having, which are these individual cards. You're going to be gaining glory points, which are the green numbers. And that is ultimately the victory points to be able to win the game. But up here on the tier of the guards, in the sanctuary, you have all these dice faces that you're able to forge onto your individual dice, hence the name. Dice Forge. Down here, these ones coincide with some of the cards, not all of them, because there are different cards that will bring into the game a little bit more variety as you get to know the game. So right now we're just doing the base set. Up here is where you're gonna be able to forge your dice. Down here is where you're gonna perform heroic feats, getting glory points, and seeing who will come out as the victor. You may have a helmet, but I don't think you're gonna win.
I've never played this before, so this should be pretty fun.
So ultimately, like I said, you're gonna be collecting cards. The way we do that is we're gonna collect money up here. So on your dice, you're gonna have different things. Right now, we both have the same exact dice. So you have a dice that has a fire stone and one that has a moonstone, as well as some glory points. Everything else is gold. So those are gonna be used to collect the resources down here as we build them up. If it is your turn, you're the active player, you get to choose what you do with it. If you pay for anything, it's usually gold. Up here is the cost to buy that face, and then you forge it onto your dice. It's really easy to get them off. I'll show you when we get there. Lancelot's got kind of, fumbly hands and everything, so always dropping his sword in combat. Hopefully he'll do good today. Oh, but he can sure do some good hand puppets and stuff, so. So what we do is we roll the dice, we collect our resources. You have the option of doing either a blessing from the god, which means forging your dice, or you do one heroic feat. Now, if you can afford it, you can do a second action. Either of those things, you can do 2 heroic feats, you can do 1 sanctuary, or 1 heroic feat, depending what you do, but you have to pay 2 additional fire stones to be able to do that.
Is that coming from the dungeons?
He's been down there for a while, but yes, down in the dungeons.
Next time he shouldn't be hunting deer in the King's Forest.
That's very true. As you should know, because,
Reference down below.
Ooh, I'd have to think about that one. You might have me stumped on that one for a second. I'll think about it as we're playing. I'm gonna go ahead and lead out right now. At the same time, on our turn, you're gonna be rolling the dice. So I have the first player token. There's gonna be 9 rounds for a 2 to 4 player game, and a 3 player game has 10 rounds, just so it kind of evens out. But right now, we're both gonna be rolling our die. So we roll, and you add up that result. So I'm gonna be adding 2 more gold to mine, and Lancelot here is gonna be adding 1 gold and 1 moon.
I only got ones.
That's fine. It's only ones right now, so it's all good.
Dice are loaded.
I only have money, so I can only forge some things. And you can forge multiple things if you decide to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a fire and a 3. So in forging, I can choose on 1 dice or on multiple dice. I can pop it out with an edge. It pops out, and we're just going to keep it over here by our board. And you forge it on here. Every time you do that, it's usually for the sake of the more advanced cards, but you're supposed to put it face up on the part that you forged, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm putting that 3 there.
So you removed the fire to do it.
Ugh, I put the wrong one. I wanted the fire on here. So I'm going to put the fire on here. So I have a fire on each of my dice. And then I'm using the 3, and it doesn't really matter. The rest are all just the same ones. But I have forged my dice. I will pay my price. That's it. On to your turn, because we haven't gotten to any of the cards. Later, we'll explain what they do.
I'm just as excited to find out as you guys are. So I only have 3.
So on your turn, to start it off, we're going to roll. So it happens constantly. So then you take that result and add it into your...
What is this here?
The 2 is the glory points. So anything with green, whether it's in the circles here on the cards or on your dice, is going to be your glory points. So that's the overall victory points to be able to win in this competition. You move the top is for the singles, and then the bottom is for your tens. So he has 2 victory points.
So then I have 4. So I can purchase something from the
sanctuary up here of the gods, right?
Oh, okay.
You can either do that, or, I mean, you do have 1 moon, which allows you to buy either this, which is a track, which can get you more glory points, essentially. You just have to forego taking gold and use the track instead.
Well, how does that work?
So if you buy this, you flip it over here, and you're gonna have a tracker here, and it has the gold markers just like you do on your own personal board. Now, instead of collecting the gold here when you roll gold, you can choose to move your marker. If you make it to the end, you're gonna get 10 points the first time, and then it resets. And if you make it to the end a second time, you're gonna get 15 points.
That seems like a good thing to get after you've upgraded your dice enough that you can actually move your tracker along.
Quite possibly, yes.
So I think what I'm actually going to do is upgrade my dice a little bit first. You did something interesting where you wanted both a moon and a fire on 1 die.
Yes.
I've never played the game before, but I know him well enough to know he knows some good strategies.
This may be a new favorite game of ours in our house. So good strategy is fires allow you to take additional actions. So the more fire you have, tends to be a good thing to go towards.
Just allows you to...
Moon will still allow you some really good stuff out here, but if you want extra turns to be able to do multiple things, fire is where it's at.
So if I purchased 1 fire up there...
You have a 4, so you to get this 1 fire here is going to cost you 3, and that'd be all you could do.
Oh, okay. I see.
Or you take one of the 4 pool right here, and if you roll it, it gives you the option of taking a gold, a fire, or a moon. So it's kind of like a wild, your choice.
If I pay 2 here, I can grab that 3.
You can grab the 3 as well as a moon if you'd like. It's just like money, folks. If you have the money to spend, you can buy as much as you want until the money runs out.
I would understand that if I'd ever had money, but
I mean, you are a knight. They don't ever pay them very well. I know at the round table they pay them in like
everything
a
from
seat.
The peasants. I mean, taxes, legitimate taxes of the king.
For the poor.
King of the who?
So he opted for forging 2 from the number 2 pool, and you can choose which dice to put it on. You already have a moon on this one, so I would say put the moon on the opposite.
There.
Yeah.
So I can pop one of these off here.
Yep, you just use the corner and it just kind of pops right off. The reason why you usually keep the face that you pop off near your play area is because there is a card in the more advanced that per face that you have is like another glory point that you gain instantaneously when you buy that card. So right now it's not really necessary to keep them, but we're gonna do it for the sake of doing it.
There we go. So that'll be my turn.
So you've spent your 4, make sure you get rid of it. We are back to my turn, so on this turn, we are going to move up to round 2. First and foremost, we both are rolling again. Oh, I got a 2 glory points, so I'm caught up to you. You're no longer winning.
I hate to break it to you.
Are you winning? Ah, you got another 2? What? What? I am going to go ahead and spend my 4 here. I'm going to take the wild option.
Gold left?
Well, I rolled a 3 last turn on your turn, so it was nice. Let's put it on this one. Okay. And that is all that I can do.
So then we roll.
Yep, so on to your turn to roll. Got my wild like I wanted.
I've got a total of 5.
5 again, so you could do the 4, which gives you a 2 gold plus a moon, or you can split it up between here. You take a moon and a fire, or another 4 and a moon.
That's really hard because, and here's my thinking, I mean, the moons, you only go up so high.
Yes.
You don't really need that many moons.
Many moons. That's I just think so. If you actually purchase this gives you an extension to your board, so you can collect up to an additional 3 and hold that. So that is nice to have as well, an option for later.
But the fire seems to give me more turns.
Yes.
I do have 4 of these as well.
Yeah, so those are not for spending, those are for gaining. At the end of the turn, at the end of the game, you will gain these. So it's not to spend. The way that you spend it is you spend the fire or the moon value.
Got it.
Or in this case, both.
Why are these guys over here?
So these usually coincide with certain cards out here. The only one that we have out is this ×3 and the question mark. So the ×3 card is there and the question mark is there.
Can I not grab that?
That is a 5. So yes, you can.
And that is
glory points and 3 or 3. It is a question mark, so you choose.
Got it.
Either 3 gold or 2.
That.
And he is forging it onto one of his dice.
Come on.
Whoop!
That worked.
Moving up, we're already on round 3. So for my turn, I get a moon and You didn't get anything? How?
I got like 1 gold.
I only have 2 gold, and I'm like, I don't really need a moon at this point. So what I will be doing is I'm going to be spending my 2 fire right here to go here, and I am going to take my character and I move him to the portal that I'm purchasing, and I spent my 2 fire, and I'm pulling out this card. Now this card, if you look at it, it's going to get me 4 glory points at the end of the game. This gear means that each turn, on my turn, I get my choice of gold, fire, or moonstone.
That's really nice.
So it's just like an automatic one of those all the time. So I flip it over in my play area, and I have that access at the beginning of my turn, so I don't get to do it right now. So I've done my heroic feat. I am now out and about doing my stuff. On to your turn.
Again, I got the exact same combo.
That's great. I mean, you're getting more fire, which is wonderful.
Let's see here. Except the only portal worth taking's already been taken.
But the thing is, you can still take this. It's called ousting a character. To oust a character, you just choose that portal, you send me back, but when you do, I get what's called a divine blessing, which means that I get to roll my dice and I get to keep the result and add it to what I already have.
So it gives you essentially an extra roll.
Yes.
Because you get to choose a fire every single round.
If I want to, yeah.
And so if you roll 1 fire and that again, can you not just take the second one of those?
I
And then
could.
You can double up on that.
Yes.
Yeah, no, you're not doing that.
Okay, so he is ousting me. He sends me back home. I get to roll right here. He's taking that for himself. Oh, nice. And I am going to choose fire, and I get 1 gold.
All right, and then I still have 2 gold.
But you just did a heroic feat, so you have to spend your fire first, and he doesn't have an additional 2 fire to be able to do another turn.
Got it.
Even if you have the gold. Yeah, 1 action per turn. So on my turn, we're moving up. We're already on round 4, and we're rolling. A fire and a gold.
So how does this work? Does this work every roll or just my turn?
It's just on your turn, so what you do is we both roll like we did, and then now it moves on to me, where I can choose to do this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move here, and I am going to take this guy, and he is another gear card, so he doesn't get me any points right now, but each time on my turn, I can spend 3 gold and get 4 victory points.
Oh, there we go.
You know, from here on out. So I set him aside for right now. I spend my 1 fire that I did for that. I don't have 2 fire, so I can't take an additional turn, so on to you.
Do we not move the time around, or was that last time?
Oh, I already moved it up.
Okay. 1 more of that, and fire. Then I can take 1 of these. And what does this do? Let me re-roll
So this,
one die.
because it is a gear one, it allows you to roll one die of your choice every turn at the beginning of your turn.
And then this guy right here expands my
Expands your
inventory.
inventory, and that is the gold tracker.
If I take that heroic action and go there, I can't do anything else because I've only got the one
One.
of those. That's a hard. This is actually a lot more complicated game than I thought it was.
Yeah,
to
it's
look
like,
at.
really, it's easy as far as setup, as far as play mechanics, but there is a lot of strategy to how you play it out, whether you go for the blessings from the god or you go from the more heroic feats out here.
I think instead this turn I'm going to get some buy power in.
Which one are you going to up? You haven't done that
That
yet.
is true. Let's go ahead and up this so that if I want to take an extra turn next time, I can. No. If I do this, I can buy 2 things at cost level 3, yes?
Yes, that is true.
And
you
these 4s cost 3, yes?
Yes.
So if I do that instead, then I can grab 2 4s, significantly up my gold.
Yes, your gold intake, which could then lead to maybe getting a tracker.
Well,
you know?
right, exactly. So
You might as well do one on each.
Yeah, that's it. That was the thinking. So if we do that.
So they got the hand of Midas now. Everything's turning to gold. He's going to just drop
If
gold mics all day.
everybody says that's a curse, I don't think so.
We shall see, Lancelot.
Sir.
Sir, just sir, or
No, Sir Lancelot.
ah,
I
Sir
didn't go to
Lancelot.
night school for 8 years to just be called Lancelot.
Man, you must have been really tired.
Still am. So
All
there's
right.
that. That's my gold gone.
And we roll. Perfect.
And I'm still rolling once. How? He knows
So-
that any game I have to roll in is my kryptonite.
I'm going to choose a moon for this. Oh, wait, it was my turn, right? That was mine. So we have to move that up first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pay my 3, 1, 2, 3 from this guy and get my 4 victory points. And then I've done those 2 already. Now on to the decision. First and foremost, I'm going to move over here. Whoop. And I'm going to pay my 2 moons to get the deer, the free roll every turn. And then I will spend 2 fire to do another action. I'm just going to buy because I have 5. So I'm going to choose to do, sure, these 2.
Those on.
Whoop. Did the same thing as you.
I got more airtime on mine though. I think.
That is true. You're just like slow-mo and everything.
Yeah, it was great.
Here we go.
Ones.
Yep.
I told you, if there are ones to be rolled in the game, I'll roll them.
Oh, but I did spend 5, so I need to go back down to 0. I'm up to 1, and there. You know, for all the big gold that you have,
I told you.
the luck of the roll.
Statistically, I have destroyed that, which tells me the universe does in fact hate me. Or really likes you, I can't really decide. Well, I'm trying to decide what to do with this guy. Because I could jump up to 3. I'd have to displace you and give you an extra roll, which I'm not sure I want to do that. But this one allows me to do what?
So this one, so if you're playing with multiple players, it's really nice. This one, you're gonna make everybody else roll their die, and then you get to choose
Which one I take.
which 2 you take. In this case, it's just basically whatever I take, whatever you take from me.
Right. So that's not nearly as good as just re-rolling my own. But I don't want to displace you then quite yet, because that gives you an extra roll, and you're already doing a lot better than me.
It's 6s.
No, I never roll 6s. Okay, and then up to buy, I don't have anything in the 2s.
No 2s, no 3s.
I got a 4 or 5, and then everything.
And then it's just expensive. You're the only one that's going to be getting gold.
You're sure about that?
You should be.
Oh, okay.
If not, we can flake off some of this off of your helmet and maybe turn it into something.
Is that like rubbing a Buddha's belly?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, well then I think my best thing is to try and get a card where I can re-roll. Like, honestly, what is this guy?
So he is worth 3. You don't have it, but what he does is everybody rolls and then negates that from their own thing. It's up for you, of course.
Yeah, that's kind of nasty.
Yeah,
actually.
the Minotaur is kind of nasty.
Yeah, that is just rude. Yeah, let's do that, because I still have this guy.
Oh, you're going to do that? Dang it.
Yes.
Please just be gold. Okay, so that's just an instant. So if you look at this...
Oh, is it not recurring?
Yeah, if it was recurring, it'd be great. But this tornado means an instant action. It's going to happen once and done.
Ooh, I was hoping it was a recurring theme.
Yeah, so any tornado symbol will be a one-time and done.
Got it, let's not do that quite yet. That's something you do when you're ahead, just to rub it in.
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah. We're going to move it into the extra sun so I can take 2 turns. I need that reroll, or actually...
Do you go for that?
Do I go for that? Because I should be getting a lot of gold.
Should be, yes.
Should be.
Or just ones the rest of the time. I mean, I'm okay with that too.
Yeah, more than likely, probably that. Let's
So
go
he's doing
there.
that, and so you're taking this one. That's what you're doing.
We increase the loads.
So you get this, and I will get your little tracker here. So he's going to stay right here.
Right here. Okay.
Just so that he's right there, and you have it on side 1.
And then all I can do is every time instead of
if you roll gold, you don't add it here, you add it there.
And then that just gives me more victory points. At the
Yes.
end. And then because I do have the 2 sun, I can move that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh, and you did spend 1. So you could get a 2 still.
Right. And then still get the reroll.
So he's ousting me, sending me back, gets me this, and I will take that. Gives
All right.
me a 3.
That'd be my turn, sir.
1. Okay, so my turn. We're going to move up here. We're going to be both rolling.
Okay.
Ah, there's my gold. 3 and a 1. So I'm going to just take this for my freebie right there. I'm going to roll 1 die. Let's go with this one. Not off the board. Oh, 1, really? That's all I get? 1. I can only do this 1 time, but it is pay 3. 1, 2, 3, and get 4. So it moves me up to a 10. So I've done that. I've spent my 3 there, and then I am going to... Well,
I'm not
no,
catching you on those
I'm going to go down to 4, so I'm paying 4. I'm just going to get this purely for the glory points, because it is a lot of points. And that gives me no other effect, just the points. So that's my turn. On to you.
So we roll 2 moons. Now I can reroll 1. I think I'm going to.
Oh, so you get to keep those, but then you get to roll to get an additional something.
Got it.
So add your 2 moons really quick. Or did you already?
Nope.
You already have 4 moons? Dang it.
Well, no, because I got that last 2. So I should be at 0. So that'll be 2.
And it's fun because you can load 1 die or you can load like both die simultaneously. I think that's more what he's done. He's kind of got both going. You've replaced the same amount of die faces as me, but I think you've just gotten more money for sure.
Just on that last roll, every other time I've been rolling 1s.
Hey, another moon.
Okay, so I get that. I get to pull something from here. Does this end when we get to a certain round?
Yes, once we get to round 9, at the end of the round, we are done.
Got it. Okay, so glory points need to start accumulating anyway. So if I grab that, then what I can do is move here, grab this guy.
Perfect. And he just flips right over, and he's just kind of a done card. Beginning of my turn, because he does not have 2 fires to do a second turn. Oh, just nothing but money. Great. Okay, so I get 4.
Like it's a bad thing.
I don't have the tracker yet, so it doesn't really help me. And I'm like, do I get the tracker? Beginning of my turn, I'm actually going to do this roll first, just to see if I get something else. And I got fire, so that's good. And then I am going to take this one as my additional fire. I will be paying 3 to get my 4 victory points. And I am going to, I was supposed to already be there, but I am going to pay another 4 and get this guy. So I've gotten 2 of those guys. So on to your turn. Here we go. Still not great. Then yeah, just choose which one you're gonna roll, and then you get that additional effect. Yeah, 1 gold.
1 whole gold. And then let's see here. This isn't really going to do me much good unless I actually do it.
Yeah.
But that is a lot of gold to spend for very few victory points.
You could forge some good stuff. You have an 11. So you could get like an 8 here. You could get the 5 and the 6, which is more gold and more moons.
I could also grab my 1 more and get the 12. My visor's not the best. Prescription looks like all 2s around there.
Yeah, but it's like choose. Do you do 2 gold, 2 fire, or 2 moons? And then this is 2 victory points and 2 moons.
Oh, that's an and.
Yes. So this one's and, this one is your choice.
For the last couple, because there's only 2 more turns left.
We got 2 rounds.
So I don't know if spending on that is actually going to help benefit me that much.
Not too much. I would definitely start moving that tracker up.
I didn't expect this game to end so quickly. It's actually, you don't have that much
With
time.
only 2 of us, yeah, this game goes really quick with just 2, but if you have 4, it's great because you fill up on all your stuff, and that's when getting the bonus trackers is really nice because you can add on to how much you could potentially hold.
All right, I have 11, so let's go ahead and grab one of those 2 fire things.
So this guy right here for 8.
Right there.
Perfect.
And let's go ahead and
Forge away.
that.
And on to beginning of my turn. We're going to be rolling. And the weakest roll that I think I've had, but at least you're getting moons. Better than just 1 golds, you know? First things first, I am going to roll and just 1 gold. Great. So I got another gold. I am going to choose to get a second fire from him. I will be paying my 3, 1, 2, 3 to go 4 and move up to 20. And that's it for those. Now I take up my turn. I am going to, okay, I'm going to pay 1 here on fire. I'm going to jump over here and we will collect this. So this is an instant. I'm going to be getting 3 and 3 moons. So move up to 7 and get up to 4 here. And that is just glory points for the end. I don't have 2 fire now, unfortunately. I was going to see if I could do 2, but here we go. There we go. That's what I needed.
I've had this forever. It's the first time I've been able to use it. Yeah, there's not enough time to fill out that card, so that's going to be worthless. So let's go ahead and just focus on the others. Might as well just gain 2 victory points out of that. And, I mean, I'm not going to really be pouring the gold into anything else at this stage, so let's do the 1 gold off of that. Yeah, get to reroll 1 of them. Let's go ahead and reroll you.
Hey, more gold.
More gold.
Get up on that tracker.
I don't think I'm going to make it in 1 round.
No.
That's one you get in the beginning now, and now I see why it's worth 0.
Yes. These tracker ones are definitely great for the 3 to 4 player game because you have more opportunity to roll the gold.
I don't know why I'm putting so much thought into this. You are light years ahead in victory points there. Glory points, sorry.
Yes, the glory.
I'm going to go ahead and just grab a fire. I've got 4 moons. This is the best shot I have.
You took it away from me.
You've got, like, several.
I wanted that one.
You don't get it.
I need to defeat more monsters.
Alright, so I get that one, and then...
And that spends your 4.
Spends my 4 of those, but then I have a fire.
You do have 2 fire. It costs 2 to get a new turn, but then you'd have to buy something because that's the only thing. But there's nothing for 3.
Buy. So there's no point to doing that. Then.
No.
Okay. On to you.
All right, so we are on to our last round. All right, here we go. 1 and 1. That is beautiful. Love that. I am going to roll this one. Please be something good. Ah, just what I wanted. Okay, so let's get my fire up here. I am going to use it to get another fire here. And then I will be paying my 3. 1, 2, 3 to get my 4. Right there. Okay, that's all done there. Here's where the fun begins. You ready? Are you ready? I'm going to spend 6 here, 6 on my moons to move my guy here to this landing, which I'm going to pick up this. Now this is an instant effect, but it does allow me to roll both of my dice twice and keep the result. That will go here. I'm going to roll my dice twice. So the first one is another moon and another gold. Second one is a fire and a gold. So it being my last turn, I need to do more, obviously. So I'm going to spend 2 to do another action, and I have 4. Makes no sense to get anything right now at this point, right, for that. So I'm going to be spending 3 over here because I can't get all that big stuff. So I'm going to come over here, spend my 3, and what happens is he gets to roll the dice, both of them, and he has to negate that from him. So he has to go back down, so that will be down to 8 and 0. Perfect. Benefit to me on that one, but now he gets to take his last turn.
Oh good, I got 5.
Because you could use that for 1, but then you'd have to roll a
really
3.
good, right. Yeah.
A 3 or a 4.
So let's go ahead, and this one looks like probably the best one to roll. Nope, not gonna
happen.
So
Dang it.
I might as well put it in that because, you know, why not?
Why not?
So then the instant thing I probably should grab is the fire. Not that it's going to do me any good.
Because you can't get any 2s, but the next best, I mean, you can
and those
get...
don't really do me much good. I can do this, and I can grab the instant 3 moons.
Mm-hmm.
And then with the 3 moons, I can grab 6 more points.
But the only thing is, did you spend 1 for that? Because did you already take this as your fire?
I don't recall. Rewind the video. Let me know. Did I?
Let's assume that he hasn't. So
it's just a pity throw at this point. I'm already been slaughtered.
we're gonna try.
It's
Sir
not
Lancelot.
going to change the outcome.
Sir Lancelot needs a little a bone thrown to him, if you will.
Well, that gives me 3. 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm. And so you completed that, which ticks up 10, and then this would reset at this point.
So ticks up 10, so I get 2 more, and then what? Up to 6. I was at 8. Now I'm at 16. That doesn't seem right.
You should be at 18. There you go.
I can do math.
Math is hard after a long day of
Didn't
nighting.
cover it in night school, just a lot of this.
You got to do the form correctly here. I forget about 2 plus 2. Yeah.
How to shake peasants upside down. That's grueling. Let's say those.
Oh, but you did get your 3 moons for
my
that.
3 moons, so I can use that. Get the 3 moons.
And then you're going to go over there.
Go over there, purchase that.
And really, so that one is an instant. You roll I would roll my dice and he keeps what it is. So we're going to do it just in case he does get victory points. And it really doesn't get you anything.
No
so
victory points and nothing I can really utilize.
yeah, because you already did your gold. So
I think that pretty much ends it, doesn't it?
yep.
Okay.
So that ends our heroic feats and our blessings from the gods. And now we just total up our total victory points and tally them into our overall total. We'll get back to you in a second on the overall totals. All right, after tallying up our total heroic feats and everything, all is said and done. Sir Lancelot, you proved a worthy opponent for the peasant that I met the other day. I destroyed him with 76 points. He had 54, as you see, 76, and his 54. But not too bad for a first round. Again, he kind of got a little confuzzled as far as how fast this game was going to move. I did too, surprisingly, because I've been playing this with 3 to 4 players. So it does go a lot faster with just 2. You can whip through this game. I mean, obviously lose track of where you're at, what you're collecting, and it's just a lot less as far as score goes. Overall, what'd you think?
I'll win back my honor at the next tourney.
With honor, no.
No, it's actually a lot of fun. Like, I was building up. Like, I wasn't haphazard about my strategy and what I was doing. I thought this game was going to be about twice as long. So I was trying to roll my dice into something that would actually, over the long run, give me a lot more.
And it should have.
I
It really
saw what
should
you
have.
were doing with your dice, and I'm like, this fool. Does he not realize how long this game is?
What an idiot.
I was slowly building up my dice where I'm like, you know, I'm gonna have so much dice, I'm just gonna steamroll him at the end and pass him. I was really getting into the strategy, and I loved it, and I know exactly exactly what I would have done differently now that I know how fast it goes with 2 people. As we get to more people, I feel like that strategy would change quite a bit. It looks
The
like
strategy you were taking, honestly, would have worked. It would have destroyed me in a 4-player game because he would have been collecting so much stuff. He could have completed this tracker probably twice, got a second card. Really, you want to build up like that in a longer game. If it's just a 2-player, definitely you just have to get the moon or the sunstones as quick as you can on your dice and just go.
Right. This one's really cool. I like to be, I've never seen
Forgeable dice. Like, I love that you can change it. It's really unique in that way, so it's a lot of
I
fun.
was a little afraid that, you know, these wouldn't click in well enough and like they go flying
Oh,
all
it's
over
a
the place.
snug fit. It's perfect.
It's pretty good. So overall, loved the game. Absolutely loved it. I can see why this is quickly becoming one of your family's favorites. This is a pretty fun game. I may pick it up from mine on my way home.
But there you have it for Dice Forge. We hope you liked the video. Honestly, a lot of fun, as you can see. Different strategies, but it also comes down to how many players you're playing with. If you liked the video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for future notifications on all the videos coming out, as well as comment below. He looks really regal in this outfit and everything, but let's get some comments going on what you'd like to see him dressed in as next, and we'll do our best to get him in that. But we will catch you then next time on Game Night Tonight.
Bye.